Hello, this is James Rogers with iSource.com. Today we're going to take a look at an interesting competitor to the iPad mini, the Dell Venue Pro 8 running full Windows 8.1. Now the tablet battle has been a long time coming. We heard about the Surface last year around this time, and as we all know at this point, that dream kind of fizzled and died. The large screen Windows tablets that promised a no compromise experience. Well, they just didn't really pan out like Microsoft planned, and several of their OEMs created various size and shape models, and very few were successful. I personally have a Yoga 13 Lenovo laptop, and I found that to be a really good compromise device. It makes a great laptop, and you can also get the touchscreen. You can flip it around in a tablet into several different positions very securely, but it's really a laptop that just does other things. A lot of these hybrids were just too much compromised one direction or the other. Now, where Android has been successful in the tablet market against Apple has been with smaller screen devices, and last year Microsoft didn't give anyone really the option to work with 8-inch tablets until much later into the year, and the couple that appeared really weren't very good devices. So now is the first time that we're really seeing viable competitive devices that are going to be in that 7 and 8-inch range running Windows or Windows RT. Now this particular model sports an Intel Haswell chip, which is one of the reasons that it is competitive. It's the latest generation Atom processor, and it has enough battery efficiency to make it a viable competitive device that can get you that 8 to 10 hour battery life that you'd be used to with an iPad mini. And as you can see, it works just like Windows 8 that you may be used to on a device. We have our tiles and our different what do they call it, modern UI apps. Used to be Metro style apps. And so you can add those through the store, which unfortunately continues to be one of the big weaknesses with Windows 8.1, and one of the things that really holds it back in competition with Apple and Google is the market size just really isn't there yet. But I feel like with competitive devices like this one, that may start to change a little bit. Plus, Windows isn't going away in a day, and third-party developers are going to continue to support it. Like Vista, eventually Microsoft will right its wrongs, and we saw that success with Windows 7, where they made changes, fixed things that the public wanted to see, and the market share responded accordingly. Alright, so like most of the other devices that Microsoft put out last year, this does come with Office. So we've got the Home and Student Edition that includes Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook. Or I'm sorry, OneNote. Now if I scroll back over here, I've got my desktop. But the big difference between this and an RT device is that this is actually a full Windows desktop. So, for instance, I've loaded Chrome and can launch and use Chrome and any other Windows app. Now, obviously, the 8-inch form factor is not going to be ideal for a bevy of desktop apps. But the great thing is that when you want them or when you need them, you do have the capability of using them. And just like any Windows device, you could pair this with a Bluetooth keyboard and a Bluetooth mouse and actually have a pared down full desktop experience. And through Miracast, you can actually broadcast this wirelessly as well. So there are options for using this and tying it to a bigger screen. So it's a versatile device that can get a lot of the stuff that we like to do with our tablets done, but can also, in a pinch, handle real productivity tasks. And you can see we've got Office built in, and that's obviously a plus, having that built in rather than having to go and purchase productivity apps, which you can see Apple has made a play into that space just recently by giving away Pages, Numbers, and Keynote with new device purchases. But what we have here is a device that for a user who is really into the Windows ecosystem, they now have a viable 8-inch tablet option, and one that comes in significantly less than a new iPad mini with Retina display. Now this resolution is somewhere in between what you would get with the original mini and what you'd get with the Retina. The Microsoft does not allow for Retina resolutions with 8.1 yet. I'm sure that will come in the future, but as far as competition with the original mini, this device can definitely hold its own. It comes with 32 megabytes, but Windows takes up more room, so it's probably more of a fair comparison with the 16 gig mini, both of which come in at the same price of $299.99 at retail. But it also does offer micro SD expansion, so that's another plus in this device's corner. I would not say that this is going to pull people out of the Apple or Android ecosystems. More or less, this is a device that when the price comes down is going to get people at least looking in the direction of Microsoft in the tablet space. And that's something that hasn't happened with the Surface so far. This is a much more compelling device, and I was able to pick this device up at Walmart, which is a smart play for Dell to get this device in front of people, especially when price cuts come. This device is going to look very attractive because it does offer a lot of flexibility in an 8-inch form factor, and as far as the build quality, it's quite solid. I haven't honestly been the biggest fan of Dell over the past 5 or 6 years, but this is a good device, and I think they've taken a solid step with this as opposed to previous tablet offerings that they've had. So I would say that this is a device to watch out for, especially as the price continues to fall and the next generation comes. I think you're going to see the Windows market pick up, and Windows market share start not to rocket up, but to gradually start to climb, and to give Google and Apple some good competition. And in all frankness, that's a good thing for all of us, to have 3 healthy competitors pushing each other to do their best. So again, this is the Dell Venue Pro 8 Windows 8.1 tablet, available at Walmart and from Dell for $299.99.